Hi there to everyone, I hope you are doing well. Before to start the topic of this video, I just want to make clear that I am not an English teacher. I am not even a good English speaker. I am not trying to teach you English by these videos. I am just making this video in order to have a reason to practice my English, to speak in front of the camera. And if you are an English student, an intermediate to advanced English student, and if you find this information interesting, it would be great. In this video, I will talk about the way, my method to study English. And I think this information may be useful for you. The first thing that I want to tell you is that if we take into consideration that the language has four areas: reading, writing, listening, and speaking, and if we combine those four areas, we could have many different ways to study English in which we are practicing two of the four different areas of the language at the same time. And this is the way I study English. I combine the four areas into 8 different ways to study English, and I will tell you about them in this video. Okay, the first way to study is to listen to music, to listen to song, and at the same time reading the lyrics. If you do this, you are doing listening and reading at the same time. You are working in 2 areas of the language in the same exercise. If you like music, this is the perfect way for you to study English. I know there are many videos in YouTube in which you can listen a song and read the lyrics. And the idea is for you not only to listen and to read the lyrics, but if there is any word that you don't know, of course you have to use the dictionary and to discover new words. For example, I like Avril Lavigne and Carole King. So I have many songs of they. I have learned many words in English because of their songs. So I recommend you that method because it's a very good way to study English. And another way to make listening and reading at the same time is when you are watching a video and you are reading the subtitles in English. You are watching a video and listening it in English, and you are reading the subtitles in English too. You can do this with movies, documentaries, TV shows. If you have a Netflix account, you can watch a movie in English and read the subtitles in English at the same time. This is something that I do and it works for me. And of course, if there is any new word that you don't know, you also have to use the dictionary. And if you like TV shows like Big Bang Theory, Two and a Half Men, or if you like movies, this is a great way to study English. You are watching a movie, you are doing listening, you are reading the word and you listen the words in context. This is an excellent way to study English. If you want to combine reading and writing in the same exercise, a good way to do this is by doing reading comprehension exams on internet. If you Google it, I know you are going to find many different reading comprehension exams in which you read the text and then you have to answer a question. And if you do this, you are practicing reading and writing in the same exercise. And this is a good way to improve your reading comprehension. So I really recommend you to do this exercise. Another way to practice writing and reading in the same exercise is to make what I call active reading. And active reading is exactly the same thing that you did when you was studying in your high school or in your elementary school, when you have your notebook with a lot of information, or a book with a lot of information that you have to read, to study, to underline it, and maybe to make a summary about it, just to know, to memorize, and to understand that information, to be able to have a good grade in the exam. This is what I call active reading. So this is what you have to do. You have to pick on reading whatever topic that you would like to know about. It will be a book, it will be a newspaper article, something of Wikipedia or whatever. And you have to read it, you have to use the dictionary, you have to study that information as if you was to have, if it were for a test for your university or for your elementary school, and then you have to summarize that information, and that way you are reading and you are writing and you are practicing both the skills in one single exercise. A good way to start English is only writing. You have to write an essay, a story, a poem, whatever. Just express your mind, express your ideas in paper. Um, if there is something that you want to know about, you have to write down clearly the ideas that you have about that topic. Um, if you find any information useful that you watch on a movie or you read in the reading and writing exercise, you can make a composition, make an essay about this topic, and that way you are also reading and writing, practicing both the skills in one single exercise. And this is reading and writing. This is the exercise that I like the most, and this is the exercise that I do the most. What you have to do is to listen to any video, podcast, movie, whatever, but you have to listen and then you have to write in a piece of paper or in your computer. You have to type what you heard, and of course you can pause the video and go back as many times as you need. But what you have to do is to listen and try to read every single word that you listen. And if there is a word that you don't recognize or you don't know, you can use the subtitles and videos on YouTube so that you pick that word and you know that you know a new word. And of course, as in any exercise, if you don't know that word, you have to use the dictionary so that you can improve and increase your vocabulary. Right now, I will show you on my screen some of my papers that I have. I have listened to many videos in YouTube and I have writing almost all what I listened. So if you like watching videos on YouTube, this is a good way for you to practice English. A good way to practice listening is to make a listening test. There are many websites in the internet in which you can practice with the listening test. I have my favorite one is lslab.com. I will give you the link on the description below because there are many listening practice tests in this website. So what you have to do is to listen to text and then answer a question about what you just heard, And if you do an English level test, this is exactly what you do. I have done listening tests for many companies, and I do exercises like this. I have to listen a recording, and then I have to answer to pick my answer in an exam. So this is an excellent way to improve your listening skills. And the last way to start English is the shadowing technique. What you have to do is listen to a phrase in English, and then you repeat and you try to mimic what you hear so that you have the best pronunciation and the best accent. And this is an excellent way to practice your oral skills. Okay, before I end this video, I want to tell you that I have a website. I know a little bit about website designing, and I am making a website for English students with many material. I will leave the link on the description below. because if you like one of these 8 techniques to study English, in my website I have information for every single of them, so that you can have anything that you need to practice English in 8 different ways. So this is now for today. I will try to make videos almost every day. And if you are an English student like me, if you are struggling with your English since many years ago and you feel your English is not improving at all, please send me a comment on the description of this video, because I I will encourage you today to study with me and to keep on practicing English, because this is something that if you forget about English, if you give up, you're gonna lose a big opportunity in your language, in your English language journey. Goodbye.